Jimmy, lost 4-3 in Carmarthen today. How frustrating was that result?
Very, very frustrating. You give away cheap goals like we have done today, and 3 are from set pieces. You can't come away to teams like this. You can't come all the way down here and give away cheap goals. Like I said, 3 from set pieces, 1 from myself where I've given it away sloppily in the middle of the pitch, and conceding just before half time has killed us. But we've gone in, we've regrouped at half time, we've come back out. Again, conceded a sloppy goal from myself straight after half time. Again, the lads, to be fair, managed to get themselves back in it. You know, we've worked, we've scrapped, we've fought. By putting balls into their box, we caused them problems, getting around second balls. And I thought just a little bit more quality in the final third. I thought we could have got something out of the game. We had chances. I thought first half we were the better team. I think again we had chances. We worked it well in the final third. We passed the ball quite well, I thought, in tricky conditions. But again, we got into the final third, and sometimes maybe our touch lets us down, or the cross we put in isn't quite right. And then we get punished at the other end of the pitch. You know, it's frustrating that we defend so well against Caernarfon last week. We're putting bodies on the line, we're heading everything out, and they're probably the best set-piece team in the league. Yeah. And we come here and we're so sloppy, and I think we need to try and find that balance of playing well, like we did in the first half, but then also being resolute at the back and having that nastiness and that horrible side to us. I think at the moment we're struggling to find the right balance between attacking well but defending well as well. Yeah,
it's consistency seems to be a bit of a problem. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think you look at the results all through the season. Yeah. I think is it once maybe we've won 2 on the bounce. I'm not quite sure, but we haven't had the consistent run of results. All right, we've drawn a few. But yeah, I agree. I think we're finding it difficult at the moment to just churn out performances week in, week out. Yeah. One of I think Gaz Edwards has just come in and said we're naive, and I think that's probably right. You know, yeah. Like I've just said there, we were so resolute against Caernarfon last week, headed everything, cleared everything, defended our box really, really well, and today we weren't at it at all in our own box. And it's finding that consistency, again touching on what I said before in the first question, is finding that consistency of defending really, really well, but also going to score goals on top of it. Yeah. You know, is that the first time we scored 3? Oh no, sorry, the second time we scored 3 goals this year. Yeah. But then we go and concede 4. So it's trying to find that balance at the moment, and it's, believe me, it's frustrating. It's for the players, as the management, as the fans, and yourselves, people coming down to watch. But yeah.
I know it's hard now to speak after the match when you believe, well, you know, we should be coming to these places and maybe getting a draw, maybe or winning. So that's a disappointing aspect. But on a positive note, we have scored 3, and it was good to see Nathan back, wasn't he, in the side?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Ryan's done really, really well the last couple of games playing in there. But you know, Nate's quality, he's stood over there, but Nate's quality coming back in, and what he gives us at left back. Yeah. You know, with balls going forward. You know, I know his free kick there, the first one was lucky, but we haven't, to be honest, I don't think we've had much luck in the last sort of few games. You know, the games we've been drawing, maybe you could argue we got a little bit lucky against Caernarfon last week, but I think you create your own luck. Yeah. And things have been against us a little bit, I suppose, in, you know, things not quite bouncing for us, you know, maybe referees' decisions and whatnot. But you know, today I remember thinking in the first half, we've got a little bit of luck here, and this is what we've needed, and then, you know, we just kill ourselves with conceding sloppy goals. But
it's going to be a big test next Friday against TNS, but it's in some ways it's a good game to get, you know, after this kind of result.
Yeah, they had obviously a poor result for them last night against Aberystwyth. You know, they drew the one before that against Newtown, and they're going to be right at it. They're going to be right at it, and if we're not, we could go there and we could struggle. But you know, there's a group of lads in there in the changing rooms where we've had it out in the changing rooms. Words have been said, and I think sometimes that's needed. Sometimes people need telling. Sometimes I think we can be too nice as a group of players, but lads took it on the chin, and I think when we've had a bad result, we've always had a good result after it. You know, if we go there against TNS next week and get something, then listen, that would be absolutely massive for us. And we know how hard we've got to work we know that they'll give us chances. We've seen that when we played them at home. We've seen what's happened the last couple of weeks. But we have to be bang at it now. We have to be bang at it in training, from leaving here, travelling home, reflecting on it, and then making sure that when we train this week that we're at it, and we turn up next week with the right attitude and that mental stability of defending our box again, and being resolute and being horrible and being nasty. Which, to be fair, today I don't think we were.
I think that's just it all. No, thanks for your honesty, Jimmy.
No problem.
Thanks for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.